Welcome back. A cold case is a crime or a suspected crime that has not yet been fully resolved and is not the subject of a criminal investigation that is current. It's estimated that there are more than 250,000 cold cases in the U.S., a number that is said to increase by about 6,000 every year. A group called Cold Case Consultants of America is working to keep those cases warm, providing justice to victims and their families who are often left wondering what really happened. Joining us is the co-founder of CCCOA, Alex Baber. Good morning to you, Alex. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Morning. My pleasure being here.
What an interesting company you have. Tell me how this all came about.
Originally, back in the 90s, I had did some research on cold cases and discovered that there was a great many that kind of fell to the wayside. And there wasn't a lot of information or detail in the public domain. So I decided to do a little bit of background information and was able to retrieve some of the files when FOIA was passed. And after digging into a few of them, we uncovered some information and new evidence that's made it available for the families to get some answers.
And how many cases would you say that your organization has made a difference on so far?
Oh, that number would be tough to put on to be accurate. We're currently working on multiple cases. We've uncovered some forensic evidence and a few famous cases, which we'll be releasing after we get the final validation on the forensic findings. But I would say at this point, I mean, we're in touch with a lot of the victims' families. They're very grateful for what we've done, very supportive. So we'll let everybody know as we get the results back.
So interestingly enough, that high-profile case of Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie that was the headlines for so long, I understand that actually resurrected some multiple cold cases, and the search for the two of them had authorities recovering other bodies. And that was not the intention. Is this just representative of how many there are out there and what a problem this is?
I would have to agree with that. There's so many cases out there. Just since 1980, I believe it's over 265,000 cases that are considered cold at this point in time, with a conviction rate of only 1%. So, I mean, to me and my company and to our investigative team, that's just unacceptable.
Yeah, you know, I want to ask you, what do you want to say to anyone who might be watching that either is involved in a cold case, a family member directly, or knows of somebody? What needs to be done to reopen these cases again? What can they do?
Well, I mean, if you reach out to law enforcement, there's a lot of agencies that are still attempting to work these cases, but the issue is the funding. You know, the allocated money each annual return, there's only so much that they get, and it's kind of hard to fund a cold case squad with over 19,000 agencies out there. So if you reach out to some of the smaller companies like mine, a few others that are out there have good name, good values, good morals, that would do their best to try to somehow find resolution for the families. Nothing's guaranteed, of course, but with some of the information and technology that we have available to us today, I do believe there's options that were not there, 10, 15, 20 years ago.
So what's your background? How did you get involved in this? And how do you guys work to solve these cases that maybe law enforcement isn't able to do? What is it that's different?
Well, I mean, we have more hours that we can actually, contribute to the cases, being private sector. A lot of my investigative team, we have the #1 forensic document examiner in the world, Kurt Baggett. We also have Dr. Voss, who's one of the top DNA anthropologists leading in the world. We have Joe Cochran, who's one of the documentarians, keeps records and files clean for us. We have Detective Patrick Apollyon from Atlanta. He's a highly regarded and decorated officer, and he's retired now, but his accommodations are, I could talk all day about him.
Yeah. So
what we do is we get together, we pretty much go over whatever case we're looking at, try to break it down, get down to the facts, and then follow that till we uncover some new evidence. And we've been lucky, I have to say. Some of the stuff that we've uncovered recently has been quite remarkable.
And you can't share that with us just yet?
Unfortunately, at this time, I cannot, but I will here in the immediate future. Once we get our return on the forensic findings, I'll be more than happy to share it with the public.
Okay, Alex Baber, Cold Case Consultants of America. Thanks for joining me this morning. I appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am, for having me.
Yep, we'll be right back.